Hey everybody, welcome to Game 2 of the 2019 World Series here on Inside Pitch. We're back at Minute Maid Park for Game 2. Astros won Game 1 to take a 1-game-to-none lead. So now let's look at the lineups for Game 2. A lot of them are pretty much the same. Got Turner, Eaton, Rendon, Soto, Kendrick, Cabrera, Zimmerman, Suzuki, and Robles with Stephen Strasburg on the mound. And for the Astros, Springer, Altuve, Brantley, Bregman, Gurriel, Alvarez, Correa, Chirinos is the catcher. That's the change. Chirinos is in there now instead of Maldonado, and Reddick in right field, and Justin Verlander on the mound. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to move the score sheet out of the way and bring in the dice tray and try to fit everything in one fell swoop. And I'm going to put the ballpark card on top of the pitcher who is not pitching. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and, I'll just do it this way. That'll be fine. Okay. So we are ready to go. Game 2. Almost like a must-win for the Nationals. You don't want to go down 2-0, although that's exactly what the Astros did. But you don't like to put your hopes in that particular scenario because you could be very well disappointed. All right, so we are just about set to go here for game number 2. Hopefully you can see all the cards fairly well. I'll try not to make mistakes like that S+9. Now I know it has to be a 6 for the guy to be out. And the only way to check box is on a pickoff attempt. So that's a couple things I had to tighten up there. So hopefully this will go out without a hitch. We shall see. Here's Trey Turner. In game 1, he led off with a home run. So see if he can do that against Justin Verlander. Verlander does have a home run he allows here on 4-1 and a possible one on 2-5. So a couple of choices there. And we're underway. 5-6, that's a range play though. So we're going to first come out of the bat with a range play. So Turner's card. 4-5 is a single to right field, but we're checking the range of the right fielder Reddick. And his range is a 4. But he's not able to get it, so it's going to drop. And now we'll see if it's going to be a double or a single. It's a 5, so it's a double. No, I'm sorry, it can't be a double. It's a single. My bad. It's not a fly ball check. It's a single. So it's a straight single. There is no provision to bump that up on a failed range play. I don't believe. I'll double check it, but I don't think it is. Don't want to assume anything. I'll just make sure we're going straight here. Nope, the single one stays a single. Only the fly balls do you get the extra base possibility. So Turner is a 6 attempt rating. Nothing for Verlander, so we'll check the D20 and see if anything's happening. It's a 13, so nothing's happening. Turner cannot get the jump. We'll go to Adam Eaton. 5-3 on Verlander is a strikeout chance. That's a 17 though, so too much for Eaton's rating. Eaton finishes his bat on his card as an F8, so fly to center. 1 away, and that brings up Anthony Rendon. 4-2 for Verlander would be a walk plus against a lefty, but against a righty it is blank. So we go straight to Rendon's card to finish the at-bat. 5-6, it's a ground ball to short. Could be a double play. His double play rating is a 3. Verlander adds nothing. The second baseman Altuve is a -1 pivot though, so that's going to take away that 3 and make it a 2. So it has to be a 1 or a 2 to be a double play. It's a 6, so the runner automatically advances. So Rendon grounds to short. Correa's only play is to first base, and Turner got a good jump off first. He will make it to second base. So Turner's at second base with 1 away, and we'll roll the D20. I forgot to do it last time to check for possible. Well, actually there is no pickoff attempt. He has no balk or pickoff attempt, so we won't even worry about rolling the D20. I mean, that's why I didn't roll it last time. Didn't think about it. All right, here's Juan Soto. 3-2, and that's a possible error if there's a ground ball. So we're rolling Soto to see if he hits a grounder or not. 3-4. 3-4 is a question mark 8. It's not going to be a grounder. It's a drive. Against a right-hander, it only goes to 1-7. This is an 11, so that means it's just a fly to center, and that's going to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Nationals despite the leadoff single by Turner. They come away empty. We go to the bottom of the first. And it is no score. So Stephen Strasburg on the mound. against George Springer. Wait a minute, I got Strasburg's batting card. Why did I do that? Let me get his pitching card. That might help. He doesn't have to bat. It's a DH game. I pulled the wrong card out. Okay, this looks a lot better now. Get his pitching card out there. All right, so Strasburg facing Springer. 5-5 is an error on a throw, possibly, if a throw is required. Springer's card, 4-1 to fly to left. No throw, no error, one away. So Springer is gone, and that brings up Jose Altuve. 3-4 against Strasburg. That's a strikeout plus. So you add 10 to his 7, makes it a 17. A 1 from Stadium's an 18. That's an 11. So Altuve, buzzer or no buzzer, strikes out. 2 down, and here's Michael Brantley. 1-1. That's a strikeout plus again. He's a 4, plus 1's a 5, plus the 10 is a 15. That's a 13. Strasburg strikes them both out to end the first. So very impressive first inning for Strasburg. Much better with his pitching card than his batting card, I would say. So now it's going to be Verlander coming back out. And Verlander will be facing Howie Kendrick. So Howie Kendrick, the batter, DH. Get a 4-1. 4-1 on Verlander is a possible home run. That's one of his home run chances. That's a 13 for Kendrick. His home run rating is an 11 though, so just missed it. Had to be 11 for him to hit a home run. He does not get the home run. So therefore, what am I thinking? I got it backwards. It does fit. No, it doesn't. What am I doing? I'm totally thinking of something else. It has to be less than this D20. So it's going to simply be a check on Kendrick's card to finish the at-bat. 3-6. It is a question mark 7, and this is a 7, so it's a fly to left against a right-hander, and a 7 means that's a double. So Kendrick will hit a leadoff double to begin the top of the second. Howie Kendrick with the double. Brings up Asdrubal Cabrera. He had a rough first game, struck out all 3 times. 6-4 for Verlander, and that's a range play at the ballpark. So we're looking at Minute Maid Park for the result. 1-3. It's a home run to the pull side. To the straightaway side. It's home run center field. So the home run check, that's an 8. Cabrera is a 10. It's gone. There is no range to check because it's out of the ballpark. Had it not gone out, it would have been a fly to center, and you would check Springer's range. But when it's over the wall, there is no range. It is gone, and Cabrera redeems himself big time from game 1. It's 2-0 Nationals. So how about that? Davey Martinez keeping the confidence in Cabrera, and it paid off. Here's Zimmerman. 3-3, and that's another home run check on Verlander. He's got a couple of them. That's a 13 for Zimmerman. That's a 7, so it's not going to make it. So let's go to Zimmerman's card to finish it out. 6-2. That's against a right-hander. It's a ground ball to first. So 1 away. Don't think I had enough coffee this morning. I think on that first result when I was trying to give a guy a home run, didn't pass the D20 check, so I apologize for that. 6-6 error on a throw, possibly, if a throw is necessary. Suzuki, 4-3. Liner to short, no throw necessary, so it's just a liner right to Correa for out number 2, and that brings up the number 9 hitter, Victor Robles. 6-1, and that's the ballpark card, so we're going straight to Minute Maid once again. And we get a 3-2. 3-2 is an S+7, so it's a single, chance to go to second for a double, but if it's not a 6, he'll hold. So it's a 1 through 4, he makes it. A 5, he holds. 6, he's out. It's a 2, so he makes it, so he gets the extra base. So Robles turns that into a double. And one thing I forgot to be doing with Verlander, I hope I didn't miss one, is when the out is on the batter card, if we get into the special K range. I forgot to check some of the special Ks, so maybe that's something I might have missed. I'm not sure. We'll see. I just noticed he had special K. So here now is Turner with runner at second, Robles, and his attempt is a 5, so we'll make sure nothing's going on with that. 20 is a pickoff attempt, but he has no pickoff rating, so not going to do anything with that. So here's Turner, 3-2 Possible error if it's a ground ball. Turner 2-5. It's a ground ball to third, so possible error. That's an 8. Bregman, his error check on Bregman is a 7. So how about that? He just escaped it. Look at that. Bregman's error rating is a 7, but that's an 8, so it's not lower than, it's greater than, so he will make the play. So Bregman hangs on to make the play, but the Nats take a 2-0 lead, courtesy of Asdrubal Cabrera's 2-run homer. We go to the bottom of the second, and it is Nationals 2, Astros nothing, and here comes Bregman to lead things off for the Stros against Strasburg. 3-5. 3-5 is the ballpark card, so we go right to the ballpark card. 4-2, and that's a blank, so we got a rare play. So we go to the rare play chart with the bases empty. There's 2 rare plays, one with runners on, one empty. So we go to the bases empty, roll the red and the white. This is the 10s, this is the 1s, so we just read what happens. It's a 64. So a 64 says 3-2 pitch called a ball for a walk. Catcher argues, call, and gets thrown out of the game. So how about that? How about that? Suzuki gets ejected. So I'll go ahead and play it, and we'll have to bring in their backup catcher. It is going to be a walk to Bregman, but now Yan Gomes will have to come in and catch the rest of the way as Suzuki is ejected. So let's get Gomes in here. So Gomes is going to be rated as, let's see here, 2-1 catcher. All right, so Gomes is a 5-4 on his range and pass ball, 7 on his error, and a -1 on his arm. His BR is 2. All right, kind of messed up Suzuki a little bit when I was doing his prepping. Got the wrong column, so I'll figure that out later and fix that. Doesn't really matter because he's out of the game. So Kurt Suzuki arguing with the umpire, and that usually never works. And in this case, it did not. So Suzuki, let's wave goodbye to Kurt Suzuki. He's out of here. So Suzuki's gone. Gomes in his place. Bregman's at first with that walk. And his attempt rating is a 1. +1 from Strasburg makes his attempt a 2. It's a 20, so it's a pickoff chance. And his only chance is you got to roll a 1 to get a pickoff. That's the only thing that can come up. It's a 10, so there's no pickoff. So, but he can't get the lead now, so he's just going to have to hold there. Gurriel, Yulieski Gurriel, 2-6 strikeout chance. That's a 9. That's a 5, too high. Go to Gurriel. 1-6. That's a star line 6, which is a fly to center. 1 away, and that brings up Yordan Alvarez, Rookie of the Year. Power hitting left-hander. 2-6 strikeout chance, and that's a 3, so he's gone. Strasburg got him. 2 down for Carlos Correa. 3-6. That's a home run question mark. That's a 3, so it does. Whoops, that was a 3. So it passes his pre-check of a 1 to 10. So now we're going to come down here to Correa against a right-hander, 1 to 16. So if this D20 is a 16 or less, Correa goes yard. And he does. It's an 11. So Correa, a 2-run shot, has just tied the game. Carlos Correa, 2-run homer. So both shortstops have hit 2-run homers for their respective teams, and we're tied at 2. And here's Robinson Chirinos. He did not play in game 1. 5-1 on Strasburg, the walk plus, so he will draw the walk. And there's that Tabletop Earl walk after home run play. All right, so Chirinos has an attempt of 1, which is now a 2 because of Strasburg. And we get a 5, so it just missed the hit and run chance. So now we're going to go to Josh Reddick. 2-4, 2-4. And against a lefty, that's a star line against a left-hander, so he does get the out. Let's roll for the star line. It's a 6, so it's a fly to center. And that's going to end the inning. But damage done by Carlos Correa, as in the second inning, both shortstops hit 2-run homers. And nothing's been settled yet. We go to the third, tied at 2. And Verlander back out. We'll be facing Adam Eaton. So Adam Eaton stepping to the plate. 5-5, that's an automatic star line, so we'll see what the star line is, what the number is. It's a 1, so it's a fly to left. So Eaton retired on the fly to left, 1 away for Rendon. 3-5. 3-5 is a K+, so that's the strikeout. As Verlander rings him up, 2 down for Juan Soto. 1-4. Against a right-hander would be a star line. Against a left-hander, it's blank, so we go to Soto to finish out the at-bat. 3-2. Ground ball to second. Altuve's got it. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Verlander. Nats go quietly. We go to the bottom of the third, still tied at 2. And that'll bring up George Springer, the top of the order for the Stros. Stepping to the plate. Maybe he's a little closer. Maybe you can see him better. Hopefully. All right, here's Springer. 2-3 is a range play. Springer's card 4-6. Star line 5. Fly to left. The range of Soto is a 3. And it's a failed range play, so now we got to see if it's a single or a double. And it's just a single, so it's a base hit for Springer. Leads things off. Its attempt rating's a 1, but it's going to, of course, going to be a 2 because of Strasburg. And we get a 2, so he's going to steal. Or at least he's got to go now. It's a 15 for a stolen base rating. Strasburg adds 1 to that to make it 16. Yan Gomes is a -1, so it drops it back to a 15. So, and Suzuki was a +2, so it actually helps the Nats to have Gomes in there. So it's basically a 1 to 15 chance. And it's a 12, so he makes it. Stolen base for Springer. He is in there. We'll roll to make sure there's no pickoff from him being at second base. There's not. So, and he's not going to steal third, obviously. So here's Altuve. 2-6 is a strikeout chance. 11's too high. Go to Altuve to finish the at-bat. 3-4. Lines it to short. Could be a double play, as there is a line-out chart, and with the runner at second, that makes the probability even more. So an L6, with the runner at second base, a liner to short, runner on second. If it's a 2 or a 3, then we have a double play line out. But it has to be a 2 or a 3 on this D6. Or, yeah, 3 or less, I should say. Not 1, 2, or 3, but 3 or less. Well, it says 2 to 3. I don't understand. Yeah, I'm guessing it's 1, 2, or 3. It's 2, so it doesn't matter. It's a line out. So probably need some clarification on that one. You would think it'd be 1, 2, 3, but it just says 2 to 3. And it says if 1d6 if in range at occupied base, runner out. Well, 2 to 3 is in range. What about if it was a 1? Would that not be in range? I guess not. So, but the 2 was, so it's a liner to short. Turner's got it, flips to Cabrera at second, and they double up Springer. 6-6-4 double play. And how about that to kill the rally, or potential rally? That line drive double play. 2 outs, base is clear for Brantley. 1-6 is a strikeout chance. 13's too much. Brantley 5-4. 5-4 is a double to left, and how big was that double play now? Is that would have certainly scored the run from second base. But Brantley doubles with 2 outs. His attempt is a 1. Of course, we'll roll to make sure there's no pickoff. And there's not. It's a 19. Certainly not going to bunt with Bregman with 2 outs. So Bregman's going to swing away. 2-4. Blank against a right-hander, so no star line. Left-hander would have been the star line. Bregman 4-2. 4-2 against the lefty. He would have singled past second, but against the righty, it's a grounder to second. So Cabrera makes the play, and the inning's over. So lots of activity there, but nothing to show for it for the Astros. We go to the 4th. It is still a 2-2 ball game. And that'll bring up Howie Kendrick, the DH, to lead things off. 1-5 is the ballpark again. So we'll use the ballpark card. I'll put that right there, so you can see it. 4-1, and that's a question mark 9. That's a 4. So that falls into the category of a double. So Howie Kendrick his second double of the game. He doubled his first trip. He's going to double again. So he's in scoring position right away. And Asdrubal Cabrera hit that home run following that double back in the second inning, is stepping to the plate. 5-1. It's a strikeout plus chance. He won't get it done this time. Verlander gets him. One away, and that brings up Ryan Zimmerman. 1-6, strikeout plus again. So Verlander bearing down. 2 quick strikeouts. And that will bring up Yan Gomes. 6-5 is the automatic star line. So see who makes the star line. It's a fly to left. So after the leadoff double, Verlander says, no way, nothing's going to happen on my watch. And he retires the side in order after that. So we go to the bottom of the fourth, still 2-2. And coming up for the Stros, it'll be Yulieski Gurriel. Fly to center his first trip, 4-2. Double question mark against a right-hander. Has to be a 1 on the D20 to have a single. Obviously nothing's there, so go to Gurriel to finish the at-bat, 5-6. He's going to fly to center. So Gurriel fly to center in the second, flies to center in the fourth. Here's Jordan Alvarez, struck out his first trip. Whoa, I've never seen that happen before. Play stack on top. I think I'll re-roll that. That was interesting. 1-5, a potential walk plus, and he will draw the base on balls. So it is a 1-out walk. 1-out walk. And let's see, I don't know if he's got an attempt of 1, so we'll roll just to make sure nothing's happening. It's not. It's a 19. I'm not going to bunt with Carlos Correa, so I'm not going to worry about that. 3-4 is a strikeout plus, and he's gone. 2 down. So he homered the first time. This time they get him. So both pitchers strike out the guy who homered off him in the second time around, so they made some adjustments. Here's Chirinos. 4-3. That's a strikeout chance. Chirinos is a 13 plus 1 is a 14. That's a 13, so he is gone. So Strasburg cracking down as well after that 1-out walk. Retires the side. We go to the fifth, and we are sitting at a 2-2 deadlock. And that will bring up Victor Robles. Robles doubled his first trip and was stranded. It's a 2-1, and that's an automatic star line, so we'll figure out what the star line is going to be. It's a 4, that's a fly to right. So 1 away. And that's going to bring up Trey Turner. 3-2, possible error on a ground out. 5-2. That's a double to right field, so no worry about a ground out error there. That's a double to right by Turner. He is now singled and doubled. So a 1-out double, and that brings up Eaton. Turner does have the 6 thing here, but I don't think anything's going to go on with that. 20 is a pickoff chance, but there's no chance for a pickoff, so not going to do anything there. Probably didn't even need to roll the 20. Here's Eaton, 2-1, an automatic star line. So let's see what the star line is. It's a 5. It's a ground ball to short, and you have to have a BR of 6 to advance to third. So Turner's going to stay right where he is. 2 down for Anthony Rendon. Chance to pick up Mr. Turner. 2-2. It's a double question mark against a right-hander. 1-8 would be a star line. That's a 2, so we get a star line. So he's going to get that out and get out of this. And it's a fly to right. So after the 1-out double, Verlander cracks the whip, gets a couple outs in a row, and takes care of business. We go to the bottom of the fifth, still 2-2. And that'll bring up Josh Reddick, bottom of the order for the Stros, followed by Springer and Altuve. 1-4, and that's an automatic star line against a lefty. So roll for Strasburg's star line result. It's a 4. I think I could hit something as big as this little tray. But 4 is a ground ball to second, handled by Asdrubal Cabrera, 1 away. Here now is Springer. Strasburg 2-1 is a strikeout plus, so Springer is gone. 2 down for Altuve. 1-2 is a strikeout chance, and he's gone. So Strasburg matching Verlander pitch for pitch since that second inning. We're still tied at 2 as we go to the 6th. And let's see, fatigue rating. Verlander can face 20. They both can face 25 batters. As of now, they've both faced, well, let's see. Verlander's faced 21. Strasburg has faced 20. So I'll give a quick view of the score sheet through 5 innings. As you can see, the double by Kendrick and the home run by Cabrera in the second gave their 2 runs. And then a walk to Bregman and a home run by Correa also in the second gives them 2 runs. Other than that, it's been quiet. It's 2-2 as we go to the 6th. And we'll keep an eye on these fatigue ratings. Here's Juan Soto to lead off the 6th. He flied to center and grounded to second. 1-5 is the ballpark card, so we'll bring in Minute Maid. Get a 1-6, that's a question mark 7. That's an 18 though, so that's out of range. So that's simply going to be a fly to left. When that check fails, it goes to the outfielder that's listed there, so it's just a fly to left. 1 away. Here's Kendrick. 3-3, that's a home run chance, right straight up home run chance. But Kendrick just missed it. That's an 11, that's a 12. So Kendrick just missed the home run. Finish the bat on Kendrick. 1-5, he flies to right. And that's 2 down. D20 was way above the special K range, so no worries there. Here's Cabrera. 3-2, that's a possible error on a ground ball. Cabrera 5-4 is a single to right field, so no error there to worry about. If we were checking for an error, that's a 7. Reddick is a 3, so it wouldn't be an error anyway. All right, so the attempt for Cabrera is a 1. I'm not going to worry about it because it's so low. No, we'll roll just to make sure it's not a 1. How about that? Can't be picked off because there is no pickoff chance. So, oh, I rolled the wrong die, dummy. All right, there is no 1. So nothing going on with Cabrera. So Cabrera reaches on a 2-out single. Here's Zimmerman. 5-3, strikeout chance, but that's too high. Go to Zimmerman. 6-4. That's a fly to center, and again, the 14's out of the special K range, so there's no strikeout. It's simply a fly out to Springer, and the inning is over. So nothing doing for the Nats. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 2-2. And now Verlander has faced 25 batters. He's right on his number. So I have to be careful now. He's going to be fatigued from here on out. And here's Brantley facing Strasburg, who has faced 20 batters, and he's got 5 to go before he gets fatigued. And here's Brantley. 4-3, strikeout chance, and he's going to strike him out. Struck him out. 3 strikeouts in a row going back to the last inning for Strasburg. Here's Bregman. 2-5, that's a wild pitch, so nobody on, it's just a foul ball. 6-4, that is a blank against a right-hander, so we'll roll on Bregman's card to finish it out. 5-2, he's going to fly to left, that's 2 down. So 2 down for Yordan Alvarez. 3-1 is a strikeout, and that's a 1 on the D20, so it's definitely a strikeout, and the inning's over. So Strasburg rolling along here, and neither pitcher, you don't have to worry about taking them out or pinch hitting for them. So with the DH in play, you can let them go as long as you want, basically, without having to make a decision about a pinch hitter. You can just base it all on pitching. So here's Yan Gomes, his first, actually his second time up. He flew to left his first time after Suzuki got thrown out of the ball game for arguing balls and strikes. 4-1, that's a home run chance right here off Verlander. That's an 8. Yan Gomes is an 8, so it is gone. You can see right here, the D20 was an 8. He's an 8. The 4-1 is a home run, so it's gone. How about that? Yan Gomes comes in for Suzuki and hits a home run. How about that? Talk about a good fortune for the Nats. So now Verlander on the ropes, and the bullpen is loosening for the Astros. They do have Hector Rondon loosening. And they also have, they're just going to have Hector Rondon. So Hector Rondon, they don't have any lefties, remember. So Hector Rondon's in the bullpen. 3-1 is a possible error. And Robles, 4-3. Starline 5, that's a ground ball to short. And that's a 2. So Correa, his error rating is a 2. It matches that, so he does make a rare error. Very few errors made by Correa, but he makes one here. And how about that? Robles is on with the error. His attempt is a 5, so we'll see if he gets the jump to try to steal or hit and run. Nope, nothing happening. So Robles will stay there. And here's Trey Turner. Verlander may be on his last leg here. 4-4 is blank against a right-hander. Turner, 5-6. Starline 3, it's a fly to center. 1 away. So now he's faced 28 batters. He's going to stick in there a little bit longer. Adam Eaton, 5-1. Strikeout plus, he'll get the strikeout there. If they can get him through 7, they'd be happy. Here's Rendon. 2-1, that's an automatic star line, so they will get him through 7. 6 is a fly to right. But the home run by Yan Gomes has given the Nationals a 3-2 lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch time. And that will be all for Verlander, so we'll do the numbers on Verlander. See how he fared. 7 innings pitched, 3 runs, all earned. Gave up the 2 home runs, that really hurt him. Check his hits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. And walks and strikeouts. Let's see, he did not walk anybody. So good control. Strikeouts, 1, 2, 3, 4 strikeouts. And like I said, I might have missed a strikeout on a K plus or special K result. It's possible. So, you know, those things happen. But anyway, that's the result for Verlander. Close the book on Verlander. 7 innings pitched, 8 hits, 3 runs, all earned, no walks, 4 strikeouts, 2 home runs. And they trail it 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Strasburg has 25 batters faced. Right now he has faced 23. So he's going to still stay in there. Now the bullpen is milling around down there as we get to this bottom of the 7th. And for the Nationals in their bullpen, they do have, let's look at who they have out there. You know what? They've got Patrick Corbin. Well, no, Patrick Corbin's game 3 starter, so I'm not going to pitch him in relief like they did before. They do have Javi Guerra, and they have Daniel Hudson. So possibilities there. Right now, they're going to try to get Strasburg as many innings as possible. Here's Gurriel. 1-3, and that's a blank against a right-hander. Look at Gurriel's card. 1-6 is Starline 6. That's a fly to center. 1 away. That brings up Carlos Correa, who has done the only damage against Strasburg so far. 3-4. That's a strikeout plus, and Strasburg gets the revenge again, striking out Correa for the 2nd time after that home run. So here's Chirinos. 2-5, and that's a wild pitch, so with nobody on, it's a foul ball. 6-4, that is a blank against a righty. Lefty would have been a star line, but he's not a lefty. 5-6, he's going to single to right field, so a 2-out single for Chirinos. And now let's see. He's got an attempt to 1. You wouldn't think he would steal, so let's roll it anyway just to be consistent. And it's a 3, so how about that? It's a hit and run. So we got a hit and run with Josh Reddick. See what Strasburg does first on his card. It's a range play. Reddick on the range play. 4-2 is a ground ball to second. So let's check the hit and run. On a hit and run, your range, let's see here. No, just the double play rating gets knocked down by 2. The range does not get changed. So it's a range play for Cabrera, and his range is only a 2. So good chance that this might sneak through. And it does. It's a failed range play, and on a hit and run, on a failed range play, the BR rating of the runner goes up by 2. So Chirinos was a 2, is now a 4. So let's check the chart. To get from 1st to 3rd on an S4, you got to have a 3 through 6, and with that 2-out boost of the hit and run, he will do it. So Reddick singles and Chirinos motors to 3rd. So runners at the corners for George Springer. And Strasburg now has reached his fatigue level. And so the 2 opportunities that would get him would be 3-3 and 4-3. Those are the 2 that fatigue results that would come up. So you take the chance he's not going to find those and see if he can get out of his own jam with 2 outs. 4 ones, a strikeout plus. He did it. So Strasburg strikes out Springer. Now that's going to be all for Strasburg. He's going to go with 7 innings, same as Verlander. He's going to give up his 2 runs. Both were earned on the home run by Correa. 70 hits. He gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits for Strasburg. He walked 2, actually walked 3, and he struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got him for 11 strikeouts. So there you go. That's the result for Strasburg. 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, walked 3, struck out 11, and gave up the 1 home run. Does stand to be the winner as they lead it 3-2 going to the 8th. And we will get a new pitcher for Houston in the ball game as Verlander's day is done, as is Strasburg. So the aforementioned Hector Rondon is going to come on. Hector Rondon, I believe he was a former closer with the White Sox. So he will be in, and he will face Juan Soto. Remember, they don't have any lefties in the bullpen, so they can't use that strategy. 2-6, wild pitch, so again it's a foul ball, nothing else with nobody on. 6-2, and against Soto, that's a home run shot, and that's bad news because that's a 15, that's a 14. So, oops, that was a 14. So the home run against the lefty on the 6th, I'm sorry, I looked at 5-2, not 6-2. 6-2 is a star line. I'm glad I caught that. Almost gave him a 5-2 home run, but it's a 6-2, which is a star line. So big difference there. My apologies to Rondon. He gets a 2, which is a fly to right. So Soto didn't get all of it. Ooh, glad I caught that. That would have been a catastrophe to give him a home run when he didn't get one. All right, here's Howie Kendrick. 5-3. That is the strikeout chance, and that's a 3 on the D20, so he will strike out. So Kendrick is gone, and here's Cabrera. Cabrera steps up. 2-6, and again, that's a foul ball. 6-1 is a potential walk, and he will walk him. That's an 8, so that's less than the 11. So it is a 2-out walk to Cabrera. And let's see here. Not going to do anything with the base running. Well, let's see. He has an attempt of 1, so let's make sure there's no hit and run or anything. Nope, nothing going on. Here's Zimmerman. 2-3, and single if he's tired, but he's only faced 3 batters, so he's not tired. Go to Zimmerman's card. 6-2. It's a ground ball to first, and that's going to end the inning. That's the 3rd out. And that's going to do it for the top of the 8th for the Nationals. They cling to a 3-2 lead. And we got a new pitcher coming in for the Nationals. It will not be Javi Guerra as we've gotten closer to the end of the game. They're going to have Altuve, Brantley, and Bregman. They are going to give Sean Doolittle another chance. He only faced 2 batters last time, so he's certainly not fatigued. But they're going to give him another chance. See if he can redeem himself. And they want to use Daniel Hudson in the 9th. But Doolittle is going to try to get him through the 8th and try to protect that 3-2 lead. So Dave Martinez trying to show confidence in his former closer. Here's Altuve. 4-5, and that is a foul ball. So we'll try again. 6-5, strikeout chance, and he struck him out. So Doolittle gets the whiff on Altuve, and now it's a lefty-lefty matchup against Brantley. 5-3, strikeout chance, but 16's too much. Go to Brantley's card. 3-6, it's a star line 2, which is a fly to left. 2 down. So now he just has to get by Alex Bregman. Now we have to get by Alex Bregman. That's the big one. Can't give up the dinger like he did in Game 1. 5-1 is a double question mark to 17, so that's out of range. He will not give up the single. So we go to Bregman's card. 6-6, that's a single past third for Bregman. Keeps the inning going for Gurriel. Now, do you leave him in there or do you bring in Hudson for a 4-out save? That is the question. They do have a lefty in the bullpen if they choose to use Patrick Corbin, but he's a starter in Game 3, so even with the day off, I don't think you want to put him out there in that position. So you really got to either decide on Doolittle or bring in Hudson. So And Yordan Alvarez has got some power. He is I'm sorry, it's Gurriel, not Alvarez. Where did I get? How did Alvarez get up there? I got him out of order here. Gurriel is actually, if you look at the batting order, Gurriel is actually following Bregman, not Alvarez. Alvarez is on deck. So Gurriel, dangerous hitter, but Doolittle, you know what? Dave Martinez is going to play it like Game 7 of the World Series, because it's Game 2 of the World Series. You're down 1-0. So they're going to bring in Daniel Hudson. Not going to take any chances. Now, he is carded with Toronto because that's where he started. Does not have a card with the Washington colors on it. So those are his combined stats with both teams. So Daniel Hudson's going to take over for Doolittle. So they coaxed Doolittle to get 2/3 of an inning out of him. They did give up a hit and got a strikeout. The run total is up in the air based on what Bregman does. All right, here's Gurriel, and Bregman on his, check his attempt rating is a 1. +1 from Hudson makes him an attempt of 2, so we'll see if he does anything. He does not. So Gurriel steps in here against Hudson. Big at bat, 4-1, strikeout chance, but 14's too much. So we go to Gurriel, try to finish things out. 5-1, he lines it hard, but right at Zimmerman, and the inning is over. So Hudson gets him out of that. And we go to the 9th with a 3-2 ball game. And we will get a new pitcher for the Astros as Rondon did his job for 1 inning. Rondon pitched 1 inning, a walk and a strikeout, nothing else. And close the book on Doolittle, no runs. All right, so Hudson will be there to pitch at the bottom of the 9th, but right now, to face Yan Gomes, the Astros will go to their pen again, and they will bring in Chris Stavinsky. So Chris Stavinsky is in. Stavinsky will stay in to try to keep the score right where it is, facing Yan Gomes. 2-4 for Stavinsky, and that is a star line, automatic star line. Check what the star line is. It's a 2, fly to left. So Gomes is out, 1 away. Here's Robles. 4-2, and a 4-2 is a walk chance against a right-hander. That is a 9. His walk is an 8. +1 from the stadium makes him a 9, so he will draw a walk. So Robles, courtesy of Minute Maid Park, gets that walk. He does have an attempt of 5. +1 from Davinsky is a 6. It's an 18, though, so nothing's happening. So here's Trey Turner. 2-3. 2-3 is a blank against a righty. We go to Turner's card. 3-1 is a fly to center. 2 down. And that'll bring up Adam Eaton, but again, we need to roll for the chance for Robles. And again, Robles is an attempt, whoops, wrong card. Robles is an attempt of 5. So, and nothing happening again. So here's Eaton against Stavinsky. 6-6, and that's a blank against a lefty. Go to Eaton's card. 4-6, fly to center. Nothing doing for the Nationals in the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for the Stros against Daniel Hudson, coming back out for a 4-inning save. Davinsky goes 1 inning. Gives up a walk, but nothing else. And the stage is set here in the bottom of the 9th. It'll be Yordan Alvarez, followed by Correa, and then Chirinos, although there might be a pinch hitter for Chirinos. In fact, I'm almost guaranteed there's going to be a pinch hitter for Chirinos. But right now, here's Alvarez. 3-2, strikeout chance, and he's going to get him. So Hudson gets the K on Alvarez, 1 away. And here's Correa. He's responsible for the only 2 runs the Astros have. 5-6, error on a throw if a throw is necessary. Correa, 4-6. He lines it to third. Rendon's got it. No throw necessary. 2 down. Nationals 1 out away from tying the series at a game apiece and sending it back to a more friendly version of Nats Park. However, there will be a pinch hitter for the catcher Chirinos, and it'll be Kyle Tucker. So Chirinos is going to be lifted, and Kyle Tucker is going to pinch hit in a big spot. 2 outs and the base is empty. They're looking for magic from Tucker. Tucker Had 4 home runs on the year, so, you know, in limited duty, 67 at bats. So that's not too bad, actually. And he had a 269 average. So we'll see what happens. Hudson facing Tucker, 2-3 against a right-hander. Had Chirino stayed in the game, it would have been a strikeout plus, so most likely it would have been an out, although that's a 19. Instead, it's a blank. So we go to Tucker's card, see if Tucker can keep the game going. 4-3, he does, a double to left field. How about that, a pinch hit double to left from Kyle Tucker. He's got an attempt at 8, but you know what, I'm not even going to mess with that because you don't want to take a chance of getting somebody thrown out. We will roll the D20 to check a pickoff, though, 1-3. If we get a 20, and we don't get a 20, but I'm not stealing. There's no way I'm trying to steal third. All right, so here's Reddick. And Hudson now has faced 4 batters. So after this, if anybody else gets on, he will become fatigued. So here's Reddick. 4-4. Walk plus, that's a 2. That's going to be a walk. So now we're in serious trouble if you're the Nats because you got 2 on and 2 outs, and Hudson's now reached his fatigue level, but they're going to stick with him. His places that hurt him will be a 2-4 or a 3-5. If you can avoid a red 2 and a white 4 or a red 3 and a white 5, you'll be okay. 3-3, that does well. That's a strikeout plus. He will get Springer and the ball game is over. So Hudson toughs it out and gets the save. Nationals win a tight one, 3-2. So both games have been tight, actually, of course. So Hudson gets the save going an inning in the third, but there is an off day for travel, so he'll be good to go in Game 3. Verlander, the tough loss, and Strasburg, the win. So let's get Hudson here. He walked 2. No, I'm sorry. He gave up a hit and a walk, but no runs. And he did get 2 strikeouts. So let's do the totals here. 2-7-1, 3-8-0. All right, so let's move this out of the way and get the final results. And the final results show Nationals even the series a game apiece, 3-2. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Washington. 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Houston. Winning pitcher was Strasburg. The save went to Daniel Hudson for an inning and a third of relief. And the loser was Justin Verlander. So it'll be Game 3 after a travel day. We'll be back in Washington. The DH will be gone. So Alvarez, the rookie, will either have to play in the outfield or pinch hit, depending on how they played it. And I believe the matchup is Anibal Sanchez for the Nationals against Greinke for the Astros. Piece as we head to Game 3. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.